What are some pros and cons to reverse sourcing? Well, let's just first of all talk about the pros. Number one, it can be quite a cheap way to find products that actually sell on Amazon because, hey, you've already found the product on Amazon that you want to sell. Now it's just about finding the source or finding a supplier for that product. So quite easy to do that. Also, as well, it helps you find products that you want to sell on Amazon. Quite simply because you can see what the metrics are, you can see everything working. That's really going to help you out. You know what you're trying to find. And that leads me quite nicely onto the other point in the fact that you're not worrying about, is this product going to be worthwhile for me? Now your only question is I know the products I want to sell, where can I buy it from? That's it. And if you make a nice long list of Amazon products, you are then only worrying about finding a supplier. You're not worrying about anything else. Oh, at the right price, of course. What are some of the cons? Well, quite simply, it's still a manual sourcing process, so it is still labor intensive. Don't think of this as a silver bullet. You're going to find lots of deals. You're not, it just doesn't happen. Number two, because it's a manual process, it's quite time consuming. Not only is it a lot of copy and paste, a lot of moving around, it's actually quite time consuming. It eats up a lot of time. Now, also as well, this process, if you're doing it in certain categories, let's talk about toys and games, and maybe you're doing this process as a variation, looking at other sellers doing reverse sourcing of what they're selling, you are naturally going to find products with higher competition because you're probably going to find suppliers that everyone else is buying from and everyone else is selling on. And as a result, the products you are going to buy and resell will have more competition. If you're all right with that, that's fine, but it doesn't mean as good as profitability. So if you can find products which don't have lots of competition, win-win-win, but the nature of doing this can lead to more competition. Just be aware of that. Okay, first things first, before you start doing this technique, what I'd recommend you do is you install a Chrome extension. And the reason is I will show you in my screen share what the Chrome extension does. And it's quite simply called Amazon DS Quick View. I think it's that, Amazon DS Quick View. That's right. And if I just show you here, what you can see is now I'll load it up. So quite simply, what does this do? This on the search page within Amazon search results is going to show you, number one, the sales rank, the ASIN, but more importantly, what we are after is how many FBA sellers there are and if Amazon's on the listing. Remember, as part of that search criteria that we look for, we're looking at the category we want, we're looking at the sales volume, but also as well, we're looking to see if Amazon are on the listing, and because they are, we're not going to reverse source it. So without even having to go into the listing, we can just look at the overview. Amazon DS Quick View is going to help you understand that. And you know what? This Chrome extension is free. Great. So get that Chrome extension installed. It's just going to pop up in your top right-hand window and load up every time on an Amazon search page. So let's jump now over to Amazon and go through the reverse sourcing technique. I'm right here, I'm currently in Amazon and I've set my, if you want to know right now, I'm in the UK, so I've just set my delivery address into Amazon. And what I'm going to do is, remember what we're doing. We are searching for a product in a category or a product or a brand that we are interested in, that we know we can sell, and then maybe in a category that we want to sell, and then we're going to go find the supplier. So first of all, we're going to find the product we want to sell, and then we're going to find the supplier. So I won't lie, I've done this already, so I kind of know what I'm going to be doing, and we'll see, and just to show you guys, but obviously sometimes it's not going to be this quick. So let's jump in right now. Let's say, for example, I'm going to type in C's. Now, quite simply, is C's Candy in America is a great, what should you say, candy supplier or manufacturer, and maybe we want to reverse source them because we know we've sold some in the past, maybe we've had some good products, so now I want to find some more products from C's Candy that I can sell. So quite simply, we've got a couple of products down here, and the one thing which I'm going to say straight away is you're going to notice here it's got these sponsored links. I generally tend to avoid sponsored links. The reason is the first result you're going to see, say for example this one here, isn't sponsored. That's going to be the best selling C's product that you search for, i.e. sales rank, because it's ranked highest in the search results, and as a result it means it sells the most. Now remember, we're talking category, then we're talking about understanding, looking at, is it the product that we want to sell, and if Amazon's on the listing, and also the sales rank. And because that's ranked higher, that's what we want. Now the thing about sponsored products is, generally speaking, they're not as well selling, they don't have as high a volume, and what someone's doing is paying to promote them up. So I'll usually skip sponsored products and I'll jump over to the first result where there is no sponsorship. So if we have a look over here, this product right here, what I can see, it's C's Candies, £1 dark chocolates, and what I can also see is down here, it's got, this is the add-in for Amazon DS Quick View. Now quite simply, it shows me the sales rank. So it's 4,469. it shows me the ASIN, and it shows me this lovely little box here, 9+ FBA sellers. That is telling me there are 9 FBA sellers on here. Now, quite simply, that is what I'm looking at. I'd like to see a couple of FBA sellers to give me confidence that it's not an IP restricted or IP brand problem, but I'm looking there to see, are there sellers? Now, one thing I'll probably look at is if I can scroll down, can I see an example? Here we go. You can see here, this product here is got sold by Amazon. So if I see the sold by Amazon, I'm not interested in that because Amazon on the listing and I want to avoid it. I'm looking for listings where there is no Amazon. So let's go back to that product. Now, quite simply here, what I'm going to do is we can go into that product straight away, but what I might do is I might just literally right mouse click, search. I'm going to search Google for that product. Now, straight away, what you can see, Seas Candies come up, and I'm just going to check that. Let's go check that out, not a problem. Load it up. And remember, it was a £1 chocolate, and I think it kind of looks like this one. It's saying there's 2 sizes. We'll have a look at that. What I can see here, we've got dark chocolates, and we've got £1 and we've got £2. So I can see the £1 selected, and I can see here it looks pretty much the same. But the one thing I can see, it is sold out. But if I look at that price, £23.50, and I come back here, and I go, look, it's going for £42.99. So quite simply, I can see that it was on sale at £23.50 on the Sears website, and then now it's on sale for £42.99 on obviously Amazon.com. Let's just say, for example, that was still on sale. What might we do in the next one? And hey, we might even do that analysis now and store that product in on a sheet so that we'll keep checking it for when it comes back in stock, and that's going to be really important. Obviously, just loaded up the product now. Now, quite simply, remember, what's the checks have we done before going into the product? Number one, we've gone to a brand or a category, toys and games, or C's as a brand that we want to search. Number two, we're doing for sales. Remember, we're going to skip the sponsored products and we're going to go to the top ones which aren't sponsored because they are the best selling items in our search results. And then number three, we're going to skip Amazon on the listing. So wherever there's Amazon on DS Quick View, we're going to skip that one and move on to the ones where they're not. And I'd probably just add, we are looking for ones where there are a couple of FBA sellers. Why? Because it's probably most likely that if there are no FBA sellers, there might be a problem. But hopefully you are looking for a brand that you've already sold, or maybe a category that you've already sold, and you know that there's not going to be any IP problems, and that's going to help you out. What I've done is I've come in and this product here, and we've had a quick look, and I've seen, if I kind of have a quick look, it's a very similar style products. £1 dark chocolates, that is £1, £23.50, I would say. Pretty much the same. I haven't done too much analysis on these, so take it just that they are the same, but obviously they are out of stock. But if we're doing the rest of the analysis, let's go through it now. Okay, so first things first is when I come into the listing, remember we are looking at two things, eligibility and hazmat. So first of all, eligibility is no, FBA Multi-Tool is telling me that, but I did click the ungate button and they successfully ungated me. So that's automatic ungating. That is brilliant. I was really happy there. But also as well, I can see hazmat is saying no hazmat. It means I can ship it. So just got ungated. Hashtag excited. Number two, also as well, I can sell this product. So that's great. Now, the third one I look at is number of sellers competition. Well, I know top of my head it's doing 2,000 units. I can probably just quickly jump in here and do sales data and have a look and go, oh my God, these first couple of sellers have got 2, 1, 1, 16, 1, 1, 1. They are really low stocked. If I scroll down to Keeper, I can see right now there's about 20 sellers on the listing. I can also see that, Keeper I love to use, also around here, saying new 16 sellers on this listing. So not much competition for something doing 2,000 units a month. So I'm pretty happy with that. And the competition has very low stocks. And then finally, what's the final check that I'm going to do? I'm going to check for profits. I'm going to put my purchase price in and put my profits. So buy price, $23.99. If I check that, $23.50, sorry, $23.50. Let's drop that in. You're looking $6.66, $28.30. So, all right, profit there. Not brilliant, but it's all right. And you might say, actually, just the volume of it might actually make it worthwhile for you. So, quite simply, we have found a supplier, we found a product on Amazon, and then we've reverse sourced that back to the supplier, and then we've gone through those checks in that order to speed up that process. And you might notice that I've done the profit last because I can do all the other checks within a few seconds of just scrolling. The profit means I have to then come in and start typing stuff, which slows me down. So click, 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 click. Once you're happy with everything, then put in your calculations to see if it's actually a profitable product for you.